Respected friends, thank you for the delight given every day that we are together doing our Sapta Tapasyas, Sapta Sadhanas, Sapta Yajnas as it is ordered to us by the Divine, to be blessed by Him, to become divine in our own humble way. Here we are to do Vedic chanting. Here we are to do our Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharana. All these are only beginnings here of the class as intensely, deeply, regularly, sincerely, committed way we do, so much we are blessed, of course, should be backed by the clear understanding of what we are doing, why we are doing. We are here also to discuss little of common sense thought every day. Here we are remembering the Guru Parampara and the Shanti mantras and the universal Sankalpa we are doing. Upanishad mantra Ucharana we are doing regularly, relentlessly, thus keeping us in touch with those mantras, and also the toughest job of trying to comprehend, apprehend, understand, digest, assimilate the Upanishadic mantras, taking the help of Bhagavan Shri Adi Shankara's Bhashya, which is the only path and way to correctly understand Upanishads. Shwethashwathara is the Upanishad nowadays, sixth to last chapter. Topic under discussion is towards the end, the summary of all Vedanta, all Shastras, the Paramatma Tattva in his Nirguna and Saguna Rupa or Swarupa and Tatastha Rupa, we are guided so that we see him, we realize him, we meditate on him, we find the means all required and we reach him through them. 17th mantra, half of it we have seen, just two lines we have to see. Then the 18th one, Yo Brahmana Vidadati Purvam is in fact the final mantra of this Upanishad, almost which we are studying from more than 800 days. Excellent mantra. And thereafter, in the 19th one, what an example given in very interesting way. Very, very in such a way the Shruti Mata says the Shwethashwathara Rishi, even after saying like that, if we miss the thought that only through knowing the self we get liberated, then no way we have the chance to get the understanding and conviction. Let us see all of them. So all these we are doing, we know, for our Vyaktitva Vikasa all around, so that we are to the world in asset, so that we are truly consciously developing in our spiritual evolution. Yes, the Shastra Kripa, the Guru Kripa, the Devata Kripa, the Adivara Shakti Mata Kripa, the Ishvara Kripa, the Parabrahma Kripa, we are seeking through all these activities. May our Gurus guide us from within and without. May we not be misguided from within as well as without. So too, may we not be influenced also emotionally, sentimentally to miss our sadhanas. May we be finding such people who in our life keep on inspiring us with right direction in this right path. Let us do the first activity, Vedic chanting. We are learning wonderful mantras from the Atharvana Veda. Today we will do the Suktam. It's called the Samghatana Mahayajna Suktam. Just only four mantras again. Samyak Ghatana means may everything auspicious alone should happen to me and also to the entire world around. Samyak Ghatana, it's called. Nothing inauspicious, nothing uncalled for, nothing inconvenient should happen. For that, whatever the yajna is required, I am doing. Whatever the ahutis have to be offered, I am offering. and I am invoking the grace of all of those who bless for the Samyak Ghatana to happen. This is the meaning of the title of this sukta. Those days, our yajnas were the main means for invoking the Krupa of the Adhisthana Devatas and the Brahma. Nowadays, they are reduced, they have to restart again in whatever the way they can be. Till that time, in the mana we do the yajnas, and in the mana we pray to the Lord again to for those great, grand, glorious Vedic periods come back, wherein inside for the ultimate truth only we are living life. It's a beautiful thing. Let the entire humanity awaken to that state of being. In this way, let us do Sankalpa. When we do them more and more, again leaving it to the Ishvara's discretion, he will bring those beautiful days all around, at least to begin with in our own life. Now, this Sangatana Mahayagna Suktam revealed to the Atharva Rishi, then variety of the Devatas, the Samudra Devatas, etc. are the Devatas who mm, are the Devatas that are worshipped in this. Mm. Out of many goals, the variety of resources that are required for our life and sadhana are asked for us in this suktam. Okay? You know what is the meaning of this simple four mantras is let all rivers flow convenient to me. All the winds blow convenient to me. All birds fly convenient to me. All the ancient devatas means the devatas from the creation beginning come receive all these offerings, oblations that I am offering. Then mm, which I am offering with all my devotion. Then again saying that with all utmost devotion, commitment, these havanas I am doing, all devatas, please do come here. You can listen to all the various Vedic stotras that are done to propitiate you. You deserve all those stutis. Listen, come, and you are powerful enough to give all prosperity, wealth, and well being for this Yajamana. May your grace be on us in such a way that within our house, every type of sampada, including dhana dhanya, be always there. In the same way, let the Ganga, the rivers be eternally flowing on the earth for the well being of all. So, too, the variety of the golds or the cattle or the paddy, etc., everywhere to everybody and to us specially be always available without any scarcity. There's no inadvertent things happen because of which these are lacking and we suffer the lacking of them. No. So too, the the ghee, clarified butter, the milks, then the waters, whichever are required for the human sustenance, human empowerment, continuously flow Akshaya Rupena. There should be no lacking of these resources. So too, with them, we work well and add to the prosperity of the world. We too are prosperous, and all of that give us such strength, energy that we live life spiritually too and grow in that also. So, this is how the beautiful mantras these four are invoking all the Devata Krupa who can give us all these prosperities for our well being and our spiritual life. Let us start. Om Athaveda Parayanam Atharvana Vedantargatam संघटन महायज्ञ सूक्तम् ॐ सं स्रवन्तु सिन्धवः ॐ सं स्रवन्तु सिन्धवः संवाताः सम्पतत्रिणः संवाताः सम्पतत्रिणः इमं यज्ञं प्रदिवो मे जुषन्ताम् इमं यज्ञं प्रदिवो मे जुषन्ताम् संस्राव्येण हविषा जुहोमि संस्राव्येण हविषा जुहोमि ॐ सं स्रवन्तु सिन्धवः संवाताः सम्पतत्रिणः इमं यज्ञं प्रदिवो मे जुषन्ताम् संस्राव्येण हविषा जुहोमि ॐ सं स्रवन्तु सिन्धवः संवाताः सम्पतत्रिणः इमं यज्ञं प्रदिवो मे जुषन्ताम् संस्राव्येण हविषा जुहोमि सेकंड मंत्र इहैव हवमायातम इहैव हवमायातम इह संस्रावणा उतेमं वर्धयता गिरः संस्रावणा उतेमं वर्धयता गिरः इहैतु सर्वो यः पशुरस्मिन् इहैतु सर्वो यः पशुरस्मिन् तिष्ठतु यारयिः तिष्ठतु यारयिः इहैव हवमायातम इह संस्रावणा उतेमं वर्धयता गिरः इहैतु सर्वो यः पशुरस्मिन् तिष्ठतु यारयिः इहैव हवमायातम इह संस्रावता उतेमं वर्धयता गिरः इहैतु सर्वो यः पशुरस्मिन् तिष्ठतु यारयिः थर्ड वन ये नदीनां संस्रवन्ति ये नदीनां संस्रवन्ति उत्सासः सदमक्षिताः उत्सासः सदमक्षिताः तेभिर्मे सर्वैः सम्प्रावैर् तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर् धनं संस्रावयामसि धनं संस्रावयामसि ये नदीनां सम्प्रवन्त्युत्सासः सदमक्षिताः तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संप्रस्रावयामसि ये नदीनां संस्रवन्त्युत्सानः अगेन ये नदीनां संस्रवन्त्युत्सासः सदमक्षिताः तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसि फोर्थ वन ये सर्पिषः संस्रवन्ते ये सर्पिषः संस्रवन्ते क्षीरस्य चोदकस्य च क्षीरस्य च उदकस्य च तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर् तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसि धनं संस्रावयामसि ये सर्पिषः संस्रवन्ते क्षीरस्य चोदकस्य च तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसि ये सर्पिषः संस्रवन्ति क्षीरस्य चोदकस्य च तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसि ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ सङ्घटनमहायज्ञ सूक्तम् ॐ सं स्रवन्तु सिन्धवः संवाताः सम्पतत्रिणः इमं यज्ञं प्रदिवो मे जुषन्ताम् संस्राव्येण हविषा जुहोमि इहैव हवमायातम इह संस्रावणा उतेमं वर्धयता गिरः इहैतु सर्वो यः पशुरस्मिन् तिष्ठतु यारयिः ये नदीनां संस्रवन्त्युत्सासः सदमक्षिताः तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसे ये सर्पिषः संस्रवन्ते क्षीरस्य च उदकस्य च तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसे. Sravanam means flow. Let everything flow on time in the required quantity. ॐ स्रवन्तु सिन्धवः संवाताः सम्पतत्रिणः इमं यज्ञं प्रदिवो मे जुषन्तां संस्राव्येण हविषा जुहोमि इहैव हवमायातम इह संस्रावणा उतेमं वर्धयता गिरः इहैतु सर्वो यः पशुरस्मिन् तिष्ठतु या रयिः ये नदीनां संस्रवन्त्युत्सासः सदमक्षिताः तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसे ये सर्पिषः संस्रवन्ति क्षीरस्य चोदकस्य च तेभिर्मे सर्वैः संस्रावैर्धनं संस्रावयामसे. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Tomorrow we will see a Suktam having how many mantras? Yes, 4 mantras. That is the Chora Nashana Suktam. The outer or inner Chora, whoever are there, thieves, prayers to see that they are eliminated. Now, friends, see our luck and fortune. If you really feel and accept every day, are we not enjoying our learning of newer and newer Veda mantras? I am so delighted, Baba, for this thought and for the practically doing of this thought. And the joy that is felt every day after this chanting is inexplicable. The Hridaya becomes Pavitra, and thank God, being Hindu Sanatana Dharmi, that we are able to do this every day. Okay? Respect this beautiful activity. Do it reverentially with Shraddha regularly so that we are always in touch with the Divine and in the good books of the Divine, that the Divine chooses to keep on bless us. Okay? Now, the second topic of our Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharana, Gayatri Mantras, Ashtadasha Shakti Pita Gayatri Mantras, 14 of them we saw. Today, tomorrow, 2, it will be 18. So, Lankayam Shankari Devi, Kamakshi Kanchikapure, Pradyumne Shrunkala Devi, Chamundi Kronchapatane, Alampure Jogulamba, Sri Shaile Bhramarambika, Kulhapure Mahalakshmi, Mahurye Ekavirika, Ujjainya Mahakali, Pithikam Purohitika, Odyayam Girija Devi, Manikya Dakshavatike. Yesterday we saw Harikshetri Kamarupa, Prayage Madhaveshwari. Today, our favorite, Jwalayam Vaishnavi Devi and Gaya Mangalya Gaurika. So, all these places, all these names, all these forms of these devatas are to bring our mind's concentration and devotion to one point. Once that is done, the intellect works in two terms of praising those devatas with the knowledge of their glory, to praying to those devatas to do the prachodanam toward the ultimate. Hope this main topic is deeply caught and learned. That's the purpose of our this everyday exercise. With Mahe, we know you, O Lord, consciously, deeply. Nobody, nothing in the world can deter this understanding of ours of accepting you to be the Parabrahma, to be the Ishvara, to be the one who took that Rupa Avatara to bless the beings. Right now, you are ready to bless me too. I have full faith in you and your power and kindness. With Mahe. Now, here I am with all the knowledge I have, abilities I have, resources I have. I am worshipping you to such an extent that all my faculties are now at your seva, leading to finally my chitta He's only meditating on you now. That's called a dhimahi. You understand? All the upasanas are done to bring the scattered faculties to the point of our attention, called as the Lord whose upasana we are doing. And the final step of that is entering into the deep dhyana of that devata, called as dhimahi. So in that dhimahi, the intellectual apprehension comes, the upasanas come, and single pointedly, tatra pratyekatanata dhyanam, the dhyanam happening of only that devata. Then in the prachodayat topic, we are consciously and with all humbleness and with all the ardent feeling, full faith, praying to do the prachodhanam in our life for the adhyatmika sadhana. Right from whipping us and waking up from the stupor and slumber, along with pulling us away from the distracted channels of the world and worldliness. May we be continuously, constantly, every moment prachodita toward the reality, only without any vagueness, without any confusion. We must know what's the goal to be reached. We must know what's the path to be walked in, and we must do that walking even without a moment's forgetfulness or distraction or confusion or any of the lethargies, etc. No. Now, at this moment, our lives, very rarely we are awakened or awake to goal and means. Other part of the whole day, we are unknowingly or knowingly doing something wrong or not doing anything. Isn't it? From that, doing doing the only right thing all the time, may we come to that level. That's called the meaning of the word prachodayat, the prayer to the Lord. Okay. So today, Jwalayam Vaishnavi Devi, Gaya Mangalya Gaurika, our own Vaishnavi Devi Mata, that whole area where mother is there is called Jwala Kshetra. Okay. The mantra is Om काश्मीरस्थायै विद्महे श्रीसरस्वत्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. Huh? So we will change this mantra. So suddenly Saraswati Devi, okay, yes, नीचे आ गया वो. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. So Jwala Kshetra is Himalaya Kshetra. Okay, Himachal Pradesh. Om Himadristhayai Vidmahe Shri Vaishnavi Devyai Cha Dhimahi Shri Vaishnavyai Cha Dhimahi Tanno Devi Prachodayat. Himadristhayai Vidmahe Shri Vaishnavyai Cha Dhimahi Tanno Devi Prachodayat. Next same. Om Gaya Vasinyai Vidmahe Mangala Gauriyai Cha Dhimahi गया मांगल्य गौरिका. सो मंगल गौरी च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. गया वासिन्यै मंगल गौर्यै देवी हिमाद्रिस्थायै वैष्णव्यै देवी. लेट अस स्टार्ट. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्. ओम हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्री वैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्रीवैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्रीवैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्रीवैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्रीवैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हिमाद्रिस्थायै विद्महे श्रीवैष्णव्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै मङ्गलगौर्यै देवी। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गयावासिन्यै विद्महे मङ्गलगौर्यै च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्रीमाद्रिस्थित श्रीवैष्णवी देवी मात्रे नमः। तव चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। ॐ गयावासिन्यै श्रीमङ्गलगौर्यै नमः। तव चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि। आत्मानुभवं प्रति शास्त्रज्ञानं प्रति आध्यात्मिकजीवनं प्रति धन्यजीवनं प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा। अस्मिन् जन्मनि एव लक्ष्य प्राप्तिं प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ। विश्वशान्ति विश्व एकता विश्व कल्याणं कुरु कुरु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So in this way 8 days we are doing every day. From tomorrow will the 9th day, wherein the last two Varanasyam Vishalakshi, Kashmireshu Saraswati, these two we chant. With that, the Ashtadasha Shakti Peetha Gayatri mantra learning is done. Then we will take up Dvadasha Jyotirlinga, then the Nakshatra Sambandhi Gayatri mantras, and any other we will keep searching. If they are available, we will learn them too. Right? So this way 10 to 12 minutes were every day in this class, practically spending in invoking the divine Kripa. And now it is each individual's Shraddha, Bhakti, Ekagrata, Nirantarata while doing that bestows the result. And nobody can do it for you, nobody can do it for me. I have to do for myself, we have to do. And that doing has to be done till the result comes. the blessings come. En route, all the patience, perseverance, consistency we have to have at the same time protecting ourselves from every of the force which takes us away from this path, mainly by disturbing our faith. है ना? सारे दुष्ट शक्तियां हमारे श्रद्धा को हरण करते हैं, हड़प लेते, बचा के रखना अपने आप को. Isn't it? Right. Thank you for joining in this Vedic chanting as well as ध्यानपूर्वक गायत्री मंत्रोच्चारण of Himadri Sthita Vaishnavi Devi and Gaya Mangala Gauri. Third topic of ours today, common sense thought. Simple common sense thought today. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2. 5 things. First one, Kaya Vacha Manasa, even Buddhya, even Ahankarena. Let us not harm this world anytime. Kaya Vacha Manasa Buddhya Ahankarena. Okay, in that Manasa, Indriya also you can add. So Kaya Vacha Indriyahi Manasa Buddhya Ahankarena. Be careful with all these 6 faculties that we are not harming the world, isn't it? In our immaturities, arrogances, even misguidances, sometimes extreme selfishnesses. Knowingly or unknowingly, we harm, and such a stupid intellect we have. The most worst thing we do with it, we justify it. Let us not do that. It will boomerang onto us. If we do 1% wrong to the world, 100% it will come back and hit us. Okay? Let us not harm the world. Kaya, vacha, indriyaihi, manasa, buddhya, ahankarena. Kaya by the body, vacha by the speech, indriyaihi by our senses, manasa with our mind, buddhya in our intellection, and ahankarena with our ego. Be careful. No harming the world. One thing. Second, again, kaya, vacha, indriyair, manasa, buddhya, ahankarena. Let us, without compromising with, do our duties to this world, do our dharma to this world, whatever we owe to this world, let us do it. And be conscious about it. How? Just be conscious of your identity, the place around you, the beings around us. All of that will make us very clearly understand what are our to be done things towards them. Let's not sleep to that our duty. Imagine if everybody forgets their duties toward the world around. Will ever the world sustain? Will ever the world grow? Will ever the world be beautiful? Isn't it? If the doctors forgetting their duties, lawyers forgetting their duty, politicians forgetting their duty, all sadhu mahatmas forgetting their duty of guiding the humanity towards the highest. याद रखो सब बंदे अपना अपना ड्यूटी छोड़ देंगे, everything will be chaotic. Exactly opposite. When every one of us are doing our duties, the world will be so beautiful. Therefore, the most beautiful thing in the world is duty only. Realize the beauty of the duty. Swadharme nidhanam shreya. While doing our swadharma, even if death comes, welcome. Okay? So, kaya, vacha, indriyahi, manasa, buddhya, ahankarena. Let's not compromise with our duties. Again, that also happens because of our not realizing it, that how sacred we are in this world, how important we are in this world, how much required we are in this world. That's why we are placed here. We have not come accidentally. We are a very precious thing in this world. We are very precious in this world. Feel that feeling inside. And then, therefore, we are placed in that place to perform these and those duties. Let us cherish doing them, enjoy doing them every moment. Let's not compromise them because of non awareness, forgetfulness, laziness, or extrovertedness. Mhm. Everyone doing their duties. How wonderful the world looks like, as the examples we gave. And the bureaucrats doing their duties, corporate world doing their duty, politicians doing the business people doing their duties, all other hundreds and thousands of individuals in the world, in the country or world, अपना अपना स्वधर्म निर्वहन कर रहे हैं. How beautiful! Like in a tree, right from the roots up to the leaves. Each of them, when they are doing their duty, the tree is healthy, long living, yielding fruits. In my Sharira also, every bhaga, limb, does its duty. The hearts, the kidneys, the lungs, the hands, the legs. How wonderful the body will be. Isn't it? So the whole world is a Sharira. Each of us are limbs. We have to function well by doing our duties. That's our greatest contribution to the world. Second point. Now the third is very important. Again, kaya, vacha, indriyahi, manasa, buddhya, ahankarena. Continuously, relentlessly, without forgetting. Let us also perform our higher duty of our adhyatmika sadhana and pragati. This is also again with all of them. Recognize with each of them. With the kaya, the adhyatmic sadhana is Daiva Upasana. Vani, Bhagavan Nama, Mantrocharana. Indriyahi, those indriyas again involved in the Bhagavan, Nirguna and Saguna. Manasa, let us have devotion to the Saguna and love and respect for Nirguna. Buddhya, let the intellect be always accepting the presence of the Samashti Shaktiman Ishvara, and the intellect's name should contemplate all the truth reality which we are doing, which is the toughest of all the jobs. And then ahankarena, let this ego become a healthy instrument in the hands of the total at the prakriti level or upadhi level, at the tattva level. Let this aham discover its oneness with the Brahman, aham Brahmas. Okay, six of them. Most importantly, in these three, what is to be at what time? To be done at what time? These three means two. First one, I need to be avoided, no? Harming the world to be avoided. For that, we have to just become aware. That's it. Other than that, the other two things, the outer duties and our inner duty, which is to be done at what time, we should be fully aware in such a maturity that both these activities in our life are complementing each other, not contradicting. Let's no more be in the confusion of doing one thing at the time of other, isn't it? And so many ways it can be explained. One simple thing we say, up to age of 55, 60, it is our outer duties. Never compromise with them. After that, it is inner duty. Never compromise with that. One way of looking at any so many ways you can. Same way, morning up to 8, 9 o'clock every day, evening after 6 o'clock, it is our inner duty. Never compromise with it. Between that 9 to 6, it is our outer duty. Never compromise with it. And in many ways you can see it. Age wise you can see, and the day wise you can see. सुबह 9 बजे पहले अपना स्वयं का स्वाध्याय उपासना है, शाम को भी. अब दिन भर go and serve the world. Same way, age wise, till you are in the services time, 58, 60, obligations toward the society, toward the family, all of them. Once that is done, the last 30 years, 20, 40 years, whatever, starting from 55, establishing in 60, continuing till the last moment, our duty, kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya, indriya, ahankarena, only for the inner spiritual journey. Let it be very clear. Why should we be and how long we should be in this vagueness, in this confusion, in this forgetfulness, in this lethargy? Why not the clarity give us continuous inspiration that we are great performer, thereby contributor to the world and to ourselves? Okay, in the same way, another set of two things. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, Indriyahi, Buddhya, Ahankarena. Let us not talk negative or harm any of the paths that are there in the world, views in this world, the ways in this world, whether they are caste related, they are creed related, sampradaya related, even the religion related, nation related, culture related, tradition related. None of our business to hate anyone, to harm anyone. We are Hindus, remember it. We don't that way aim at destruction of anyone. We say any path by which if anybody is evolving, reaching to divinity, most welcome. Please proceed. Hmm? Remember, we are Hindus. We are Hindus. We cannot do that. If we also do that, then what's the difference between us and them? Be careful about it. Right? Even within us also. And first, any of the paths that way, we are not going to harm through kaya, vacha, etc. Second point is again with kaya, vacha, indriya, manasa, buddhi, ahankarana, let us be fully dedicated, committed to our own the great, grand, glorious Sanatana Dharma. Talk good about Sanatana Dharma. Understand its glories and be fully devoted at the mind level. Intellectually, having understood it, give that information to everyone how glorious are our Rishi Paramparas, our Guru Parampara, our Shastra Parampara, our Sampradaya, our Upanishad Jnana Parampara, Upasana Parampara. How great it is! Have I realized? Am I making use of it for my evolution? And am I taking the responsibility to be custodian? And what best I am doing for this Sanatana Dharma in which I am born right now in this life? अगले जन्म पता नहीं मनुष्य बनेंगे कि नहीं बनेंगे तो वो कहाँ जन्म लेंगे उन्होंने isn't it? Wherever our evolution required, Bhagavan puts us there for our evolution wherever we are required. So, but right now we are Sanatana Dharmi. This is our sacred duty again to talk glorious about. Not again here also, our own Sanatana Dharma, we should not act in a negative manner. How do we do? Again, within ourselves also, the thousands of differences are there. They are not differences, mind you. Each one are required for that set of people for the evolution that way. That may not suit the other set, and this may not suit the other one. That doesn't mean they are opposite to each other. I know, like sweet suit to you, namkeen suits to me. Does it mean that you and I are opposite? How do you say that? Isn't it? In Hinduism, thousands of differences are there only to cater to different people of different mindset. During that evolution from the time immemorial, the rishis munis have conceived and they gave to the beings at their own period, at the time of their time. We should have the highly evolved intellect to understand all of them, large heartedness to know, accept that they all are equally sacred. At the same time, sequentially, we must know which is the greater and higher. At the same time, no competition between any two things, any comparison to belittle others. ये एक महान सेवा हम अपने सनातन धर्म के लिए कर सकते. The variety in Hinduism is the beauty. There is no contradiction. There is no quarrel, contradiction between the Dvaita, the Vishishta Dvaita and Advaita. Each of them are required at that level, isn't it, for those people. Personally, if for me the Advaita is the ultimate, take it up. Why should I fight with the other two? You go further. If somebody else takes the Vishishta Advaita, why do you hate the Advaita? You follow yours, no? It is required for your evolution. You are placed there. Your mind is inclined towards that. The divine has put you there. So if I am Advaitin, if I am focusing on that, where will I have time to discuss or hate others? This thing we are missing. The so-called pontiffs or the monks themselves miss this point. They miss somehow. वही माया कहते हैं उसको. In the same way, you are inclined to the Vishnu Bhakti. Karo. Somebody is doing Shiva Bhakti. Karne do. When I do Shiva Bhakti, you do Vishnu Bhakti. How can I am contradictory to you and you are to me? कोई common sense है? If I am Shiva Bhakta, I have to be involved in doing Shiva Bhakti, no? Why should I waste time in doing harm to Vishnu and Vishnu Bhaktas? If I am Vaishnava, apna Vishnu Bhakti karo na. Why are you wasting your time, energy and mind by talking ill about Shiva Bhaktas? This simple common sense we are not having. And how much harm in total we are doing to the Sanatana Dharma itself. In the same way, the Bhakti Marga, the Yoga Marga, the Karma Yoga Marga, the Ashtanga Yoga Marga, the Kundalini Yoga Marga, the Pranayama Yoga Marga, the Vedanta Marga, all are sacred, all are divine. They all have the requirement for the sadhakas at different periods. And everyone will have to go through them if required. Like if I am doing the Advaita sadhana this life, earlier I might have done the other ones. Or I may do later if required. Do I know all of that? Isn't it? Therefore, all is in the Sanatana Dharma is all inclusive. It is all inclusive. Respect everyone. You may not do it. It may not suit you. It's different. It is your personal. But that personal sadhana, how can you take it beyond the limits to discourage others or talk ill about others? है ना? आपको अष्टांग योग अच्छा लग रहा है, करो ना. Why are you interfering with the Vedanti or the Bhakta? If you are interested in Bhakti, enjoy it. Why are you pulling the leg or the, what do you call, humiliating the Vedanta? If you are a Vedanti, revel in it. Let the Bhakta revel in his Bhakti. Let Karma Yogi revel in it. Isn't it? Let the Ashtanga Yogi do it, you know. Isn't it? The discussion by Adi Shankara Bhagavan was with the Shastra authority at the highest level. The goal should be one without second reality. That's what he explained to the people who have forgotten that time. At the same time, was he a bhakta or not? Bhakti is always in Dvaita. In Advaita, how can there be bhakti? Was he a yogi or not? If he was not an Ashtanga yogi, he will never have the siddhis of reaching to the mother when she left the body from somewhere where he was at that time, Varanasi. Or he could have not gone into the higher lokas to bring variety of these Jyotirlingas, etc. A Vedanti cannot do that. A yogi alone can do. So he's a yogi, he's a bhakta, he's a karma yogi. Is it not a karma yoga of traveling all over country, talking about the Sanatana Dharma, writing so many commentaries, establishing the mathas? चुप्पे बैठे हैं, क्या हुआ आदिशंकर भगवान? So he's a karma yogi also, he's a premi also, he's a bhakta also. You understand? इसलिए ना जो पहुंचे हुए लोग ना उनमें कंफ्यूजन नहीं होता. They know everyone and their importance and their positions. Isn't it? Like a full-fledged Indian thali is Sanatana Dharma. That all ingredients are required. for the various nourishments of the various parts of the body. Isn't it? इतने आइटम क्यों होते हैं भोजन में? Some are for the taste, some are for the blood circulation, some are for the muscle building, some are for the tissues, some are for the proper functioning of the hearts and all kidney. हर एक चीज है वो. In the same way, in Sanatana Dharma, all are beautiful. If we ourselves dislike or hate or talk ill about our own Sanatana Dharma, we are already weakened by ourselves, giving chance to others also to pounce and attack. Time and again, that's happening. Let us refrain from it now, isn't it? And the other religions are others because they think they are other. For us, there is nothing called others. Whatever the philosophy they talk, whatever they are all included already in it. You understood? Only they have given different color, different language. That's it. What is said in those shastras, if you see, they are already in it. That way, the knowledge can never be created, no, like the energy or power. It is always there. It only revealed at different times, different places. In that way, we also cannot claim ourselves to be we, excluding others at a higher level. But because of the two things that one thing is they maintain their separation, two, they try to destroy it. So to defend this sacred thing, we have to say this is we, this is ours. Understood? From our side, all are included in Sanatan Dharma. Isn't it? In the whole universe, like in India and Pakistan, can there be anybody other than Hindu? All are born to Hindu mother and father only. But, and the whole land is ours only, India. We only gave the land. But that thing they won't remember. They want to forget it and they want to establish separate independence. We are born from the Indian origin. The land also is given to us by India. So we have to thank to them. There are elder brothers. ऐसा देखने के बजाय they consider us as enemy. Therefore, to defend, we have to say you are different, I am different. That is true at the Vyavahara level. Within us, every Hindu highly evolved knows that when one Brahman is permeating the entire universe, how can we talk of any differences? Think about it. When I talk about one Brahman, I lose the right to talk the differences thereafter. And yet, at the empirical level, at the Vyavahara level, to maintain the decency, the dignity, to protect the higher and greater, those things have to be done, which all our rishis, munis, avatars have done. So they are the authority to us whenever such doubts come. So, Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, Indriya, Buddhya, Ahankarena, let us realize the glory of our Hindu Sanatan Dharma. Every day question to ourselves what I am contributing. Don't do the negative things. That's the first contribution. Positively is what? Learn it, do your own evolutionary sadhanas, and start your own organization and do the work. If not, already many people are doing among them, whichever suits you, whichever convinces you. Be there and empower them. And this humble suggestion or request here I can do that don't be a one who causing harm to our own Sanatan Dharma. By talking ill about it, by doing dushprachara, itna to thoda kripa karo bhaiya. If you don't understand, say you can't, you didn't understand. But don't humiliate her insult. In our Hinduism, everything, the Yajnayaga, the Upasanas, the Dhyana Paddhatis, the Shastra Shravana the Guru Paramparas, all of them are sacred. They have their own beauty, their own glory. With our small little intellect, which can't understand, and very narrow arrogance or ego, let us not this way be a creature or being harmful to this glorious Sanatan Dharma. हो सके तो पॉजिटिवली कंट्रीब्यूट करो नहीं तो चुप बैठो नास्तिक बनो ए ट्रू नास्तिका never talks negative. I say I don't believe in Lord. More than that, I have nothing to talk negative. When you don't believe, why do you talk negative? हो गया ना When you say don't believe, you have to stop thinking there, isn't it? In this way, today, kaya vacha indriyer manasa buddhi ahankarena, let us not harm the world, let us do our duties, let us do our sadhana, let us not harm other paths, and let us not harm our own Sanatana Dharma, and let us serve it. 6 things we have learned today. Thank you. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Namo Brahmadibhyo, Yairime Guruvihi Purvam, Shankaram Shankaracharyam, Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam, श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय मां ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद् गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवद शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ पारायणं प्रथमोऽध्यायः। चैंट फ्रॉम मंत्र 10, 11, 12। ओम क्षरं प्रधानममृताक्षरं हरः क्षरात्मानावीशते देव एकः तस्याभिध्यानात् योजनात् तत्त्वभावात् भूयश्चान्ते विश्वमाया निवृत्तिः ज्ञात्वा देवं सर्वपाशापहानिः क्षीणैः क्लेशैर्जन्ममृत्युप्रहाणिः तस्याभिध्यानात् तृतीयं देहभेदे विश्वैश्वर्यं केवल आप्तकामः एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत्। As regards the information is concerned, as regards the continuous inspiration is concerned, as regards the variety is concerned, I believe Shwethashwathara Upanishad stands top. For its variety of the informations guidance is given, including the upasanas, etc. Some of the staunch Advaita Vedantins, so-called in brackets, just believe or belittle this Shwethashwathara, saying that it gets distracted, it talks about yoga, it talks about bhakti, why all of them are required when you talk about Aham Brahmasmi. They have their own opinion. We have no comments to say. But we also have opinion. In my opinion, this is so beautiful. Without missing the core, the crux, the main subject, that knowing the self alone is moksha, catering to that thing, whatever is required, lavishly, freely, this wonderful Upanishad gives all the guidances. Like there are Puranas, which talk only about the Paramatma's bhakti, very seldom about Tattva Jnana. But there are some Puranas, they give weightage also to the Tattva Jnana, even though their purpose is to talk about the Srushti, the Ishvara Kripa, the Bhakti, etc. There are some. Here also, all Upanishads like Mandukyadi, वो तो उपासना को तो उपासनाश्रितो धर्म जात ही रिजेक्ट्स ओनली इन दैट अद्वैत प्रकरण. जाते ब्रह्मणि वर्तते प्रागुत्पत्ते रजम सर्वम अजम सर्वम तेनासो कृपण स्मृता. वहां तो the one who is doing upasana is a krupana कह देते. It has its own standard. It is for that type of sadhakas or at that stage of evolution. This Upanishad, the initial entrance के लिए तो nothing like this. It includes everything. So sweet it is, so beautiful. That's why I am not feeling to finish it and say that it is finished. Like we have finished Mandukya Taitriya. कोई फर्क पड़ा? This also will be finished, isn't it? Our goal should be we should be finished product in realizing the self through the study of Shastras. Anyway, some feeling I felt for this sacred Upanishad that even after this is done, I may take up the same Upanishad in Hindi with Bhashya again. 800 days, Swamiji? No, 200 days, 100 days. Now, Sankalpana, oi, where are we? ॐ सतन्मयो हि अमृतः ईश संस्थः ज्ञः सर्वगो भुवनस्यास्य गोप्ता य ईशे अस्य जगतो नित्यमेव नान्यो हेतुर्विद्यते ईशनाय. अगेन सतन्मयो हि अमृतः ईश संस्थः ज्ञः सर्वगो भुवनस्यास्य गोप्ता य ईशे अस्य जगतो नित्यमेव नान्यो हेतुर्विद्यते ईशनाय. See what is Upanishad, what is Vedanta is forget not the substratum. Remember substratum always. Understand the substratum always. Feel for the substratum always. Try to identify with the substratum. Identify with substratum. Be at the substratum level first because in that only there is freedom from all limitations, from all bondages, from all the lackings. There is infinitude in it. There is, the completeness in it, Purnata. That's what the Shastra. What we do is, with all convenience, the substratum is forgotten. Immediately, I, my upadhis, the jagat, which all are only for a play, which are just superimposed, they become the only important thing in our life. The most important thing, Paramatma, forgotten. The most unimportant thing, the jagat and upadhis, always remembered, valued, get lost. This is called as ajnanam. This is called as moham. This is called as samsaram. In this alone, there is always struggle within us, quarrel without others, and always miserable. Catch this main thing. हमें मूल विषय को कभी नहीं बोलना. Upanishads remind us that first be the self. See everything as self. Keep that intact. Isn't it? Then interact in the world. Like our Indian dealings with the whole world of different countries. How do they approach nowadays though? First, our India and our Indians are important. They have to be intact. India should be strong, India should be developing, India should be comfortable. Keeping that as the goal and criteria, we maintain our relation. Whether it is Iran, whether it is Israel, it is America. For us, we don't have any special biasness toward them for whatever they are. We have a relation with them, keeping in mind our India's growth. For us, Russia is same, Ukraine is same. Our interest is important. That is the correct diplomacy or correct way of seeing it. Then always we are safe because the government is representing the India, no? Isn't it? ऐसा दृष्टि जब रखोगे, then you will be always healthy. Another aspect, again, for the sake of India, you cannot trouble the other countries. At that time, you have to rise even above India and say the whole world is one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. If that's not there, what will happen? Either for the sake of my selfishness, I destroy my country, America. Again, for the sake of my country, I destroy other countries, again America and China, such nations. They are the examples for it. You understood? We have to be for our country first. Just for the sake of our country, we cannot harm others. At that time, the whole world is mine. In the same way, Aham Brahmasmi is to be always held on to. All these mantras, what we are studying are giving our intellect a data about the reality to contemplate and to realize, although it is very sublime and subtle, but that's the only way. We have gone away from that reality because throughout life we are giving value only to the projected. You know, when we are born, age of 1 month, 2 months, hey Jiva, you have come into this Sharira to realize your Brahma Swarupa. May you get that Brahma Jnana. Is any one child who are born in this universe or at least in India, Hinduism, Sanatan Dharma, हर दिन 10,000 20,000 1 लाख बच्चे जन्म ले रहे हैं ना किसी एक को भी कोई माता पिता पढ़ा रहे क्या ओनली योर देहा the fellow becomes 6 months old he says nose beta where is your nose this one where is your ear this one उसको देह तादाद में पढ़ाते who is teaching your Brahman and when he is sent to the school and all. For him, the nature is taught, the animals are taught, the birds are taught, everything is taught, but not Aham Brahmasmi. Sarvam Brahmamayam is not taught. And when he goes to 8th, ninth, 10th class, all the sciences start. सिर पेट संभालने के वास्ते and when you go to college and all of that, how to cheat the world to fill your belly, given a smart, intelligent word called as smartness or management. What do you mean by smartness and management? Intelligently cheating others for your own selfishness. What is selfishness? Dehosmi, jivos. Whole world is being misguided by this Mahabhuta now of the Anatma Vichara. You understand? Where is the Adhisthana Brahma is taught? When the Adhisthana Brahma is not taught, then you take Kalpita is real. And in that there is differences, manyness, that will always lead to quarrel. That's why talk the language of oneness, unity, reality, substratum, Brahman. In that all of them are expressions for play. Isn't it? Each of them have their own beauty. Wherever the differences are there, you protect yours. Don't destroy others. So, these mantras are telling us, Bhaiya, you are seeing the world. Don't get lost. First, catch the substratum intact. Isn't it? Like when you travel in a car. First, I keep myself intact, no? Then only I am controlling the car. Second, I control the car, no? Then only I drive on the road. Third, while driving on the road, I also travel and see that others also travel safely. I don't harm others. But all starts with I am intact. In the same way, be intact in Aham Brahmasmi first. Be intact in Sarvam Brahma first. In that one Brahman, I am one projection, the world is another projection for a play. That play should not be so real that you start fighting or quarreling, nor you take it as only the goal. No, this is called as spiritual wisdom. Isn't it? The Vedanti keeps intact Sarvam Brahmamayam, plays the play of manyness, not differentiating because of the differences to the extent of harm causing the harm. Isn't it? ये थोड़ा नैक होता है वेदांती को ही मिलता है अगर वेदांती को वेदांत मिलता है तो वेदांत को वेदांती को वेदांत तब मिलेगा जब उसको गुरु और गुरु को वो मिलता है when I get my guru, when my guru gets me, then he gets into me the Vedanta. When the Vedanta gets into me, I develop the knack of seeing the substratum and playing in the many. without forgetting the substratum, without causing harm in the many. That is Hinduism. That's why any number of religions coming, we say, Khelo, Anand, ushme kya hai? We don't fight. Isn't it? We never throw the first weapon. We never. They only separate. Like no parents hate or fight with the children. Children only become egos and then they separate from parents with their selfishness and they fight with parents. In this way, सनातन धर्म का ये ग्लोरी है, यही सनातन धर्म, इसी का प्रचार करो, पहले इसको सीखो. So here in every of this shloka, the rishi in his language of his times of the Vedic period, drawing our attention to the substratum, which is not an easy thing, especially in today's world wherein, as we just now said, all our attentions, all our trainings, all our teachings, all our habits, all our practices are only about the seen multiple world, the projected multiple world. We have totally lost sight of the substratum. Totally. Bhayankar. इसलिए if any day the Advaita Vedanta Jnanam is required more, it is now. For the individual redemption, for the total peace too. External peace. So, Satanmayaha, see, he is Vishwatma. Amritaha, Avarna Dharma. Isha Samstaha, Narayana. Ishe Swamini Samyak Sthiti Yasya. Ayam Isha Samstaha. Next, Aso Isha Samstaha. Janati iti Jnaha. Then, Sarvatra Gacchati iti Sarvagaha. All these are pointers pointing to the pointed. When I am single pointed, I will be able to intellectually comprehend first, then on the seat of contemplation and meditation, I can touch that core. And surprisingly and joyfully, that core will be found to be my own self. So much so, it is the self of all too. Next, Ishe Asya Jagataha Nityameva. This is the sentence today we have to study. So, Bhuvanasya Asya Gopta Palayita. He is the one who is the Gopta, Palayita, Samrakshaka, Poshaka, Palaka of this Jagat. That Paramatma with his Shakti. Shaktis cannot be two. It should be one Shakti expressing as many. And no Shakti can be without the Shaktiman. When the Shakti is one, the Shaktiman also can be one and should be one. So that one Shaktiman is this Parabrahma. With the Shakti as Shaktiman is Ishvara. And that Shakti is, in our Sanatana Bhasha, it's called Maya. In here only, in one of the languages called Prakriti, the Pradhana. And its Leela Vilasa is the entire cosmos, entire world. So he is the Gopta of the Bhunaha, by or with his own power, with his own intelligence. Bhuvanasya Gopta, it's such a cute thought when you really go deep into the understanding of it, in which we'll be understanding and accepting that universal cosmic intelligence principle, whom we call as the God, is functioning at the micro level in an amoeba also, at the macro level in the entire solar system kaho, galaxy kaho, Milky Way kaho, universe kaho, universes kaho. That intelligence is continuously functioning in giving that beauty and joy to every individual and total. In the individuals with the given freedom, when they are not matured in their selfishness, they only cause harm to themselves and in turn to the totality also. But otherwise, that intelligent principle is continuously balancing the whole universe. Bhuvanasya Gopta. And then millions of examples can be given. Is it not the divine principles work that the waters from the ocean are taken through the sunlight and made as clouds, megha, and are pushed by the winds to different places and stopped by the mountains, and then lo, it rains. Now, without rain, can we be sustaining? And by all these processes, is it not the divine only functioning in that glorious phenomena called as raining? And again, is it not through every of this seed, the divine only functioning for the arrival of whether you call the grains or the fruits or the foods or the vegetables which are sustaining us? Is not Bhagavan this way doing the protection of all of us? How many ways you can see His grace? Is He not working as the gravitational pull on the earth that we are all intact on the earth conducting ourselves? Suddenly the gravitational pull chala gaya mano. We just start floating in the akasha only. We cannot reach anywhere. अगर आप चल रहे हो बैठ रहे हो सो रहे हो ये सब बिकॉज ऑफ द गुरुत्वाकर्षण what is this divine principle in that form acting? That's why in Sanatana Dharma, for us, Bhumata Devata, Varsha Devata, Varuna Devata, Agni is a Devata, Vayu Devata, everybody is God for us. Finally, Matru Devava, Pitru Deva, Acharya Devava, fourth one, anybody Atiti Deva Bhava. Because the divine only doing all this. Palaita. And so many can be told. So many thousands and thousands of things. We, with our mistakes, create all diseases. Now, is it not the Lord making some scientists to think and work and discover some medicine for these diseases? Isn't it? The doctor is alive, that life is God. In the doctor, that Shakti is there to inquire about what medicine functions for this disease. That Shakti is called divine, divinity. So the consciousness and the power, its expression only everything that's happening in this world. So in this way, by being the Chetana and Shakti, Paramatma is Asya Bhuvanasya Palayita Gopta. Isn't it? Bhuvanasya Asya Gopta. Okay, remember, Bhagavan can be seen in three forms. One form of Bhagavan is the entire Jagat is Bhagavan. Second form of seeing the Lord is in your own Ishta Devata Rupa. You can see him as Rama or Krishna or Shiva. You worship, he'll come. But the real form of Bhagavan is as the pure conscious existence. It is subjective. As the subjective self alone, he is there to begin with, and he alone is the Ramas and Krishnas, and he alone is the every Rupanama of the Jagat. It is our drishti when we change or develop through the study of Shastras that all the time we see the God only. We visualize him, we experience him. We see him and we see his Leela. Like you see your child and you see his play. Only two things ना आपका पोता और उसका जो भी वो करतूत करता है. So too I am seeing the Lord and his play I am seeing. There is nothing other than him and his play through his Shakti. Now these words, what the subtle meaning they are conveying, when you are tuned you will catch it. Otherwise they become abstract. They go beyond our head. है ना? इसलिए लगातार सुनते रहो तो वक्ता से फिर सब्जेक्ट से ट्यूनिंग होता है. Then these knowledges reveal. Once the intellect is getting this positive knowledge convincingly, it defeats all the diseases of ignorances and delusions, where alone all problems lie, all miseries. ठीक है तो कल हम इसका आगे देखते हैं या ईशे ईष्टे अस्य जगतः नित्यमेव नियमेना. That's what we said without reading the Bhashya, same thing. With his own Ishana Shakti, Nityam he is doing the Ishana of this Jagat in such a way that where a cyclone has to come, he knows. Where a tsunami has to come, he knows. Where an earthquake has to come, he knows. Where a landslide has to come, he knows. Where a beautiful rains have to come, he knows everything. It is in his own will that all these are happening and in our own interest. Our interest means the universe. है ना? ये है परमात्मा. Still, Paramatma remains inexplicable because he cannot be explained completely with all the infinite explanations. Okay? But he can be experienced. Again, after experience, you try to explain. When you explain, you will explain again like this only. That's what our rishis. वो परमात्मा जिनका अनुभव होने के बाद they wanted to say about him, they said all these Shruti Smriti Purana Itihas. With all these things said, still it is not said, isn't it? It is incomplete. Hmm. So, स ईशे य ईशे ईष्टे अस्य जगतः नित्यमेव नियमेन नान्यः हेतुः समर्थः विद्यते ईशनाय जगदीशनाय. Other than the reality, is there anybody who can be capable of managing this world? Think about it. Therefore, through the MLAs, MPs, ministers, prime ministers, whoever is there, it is Ishvara only working. You know, wonderful thing is what? थोड़ा सा two contradictory or uh, paradoxical things I'll talk. Two paradoxical things. Consciously I'm talking. If you can catch, catch. When our drishti is very narrow, then we differentiate something good and something bad. But from the long distance we see, there is nothing good and bad. All is good only. Everything for the betterment of the world. This is one thing. The paradox of it is at the empirical practical level, we have to have the discretion based on the Shastras, what is good and what is bad. Good alone we have to promote, not the bad. ईश्वर दृष्टि में सृष्टि में अच्छा बुरा नहीं होता, सब लोक कल्याण के लिए होता है. At the same time, at the empirical level, we must know that this is good, this is to be done, supported, this is bad, this should not be supported. Understand? That is very difficult thing to digest. Like what's happening in Iran and America. Is it right or not? At the narrow level, it is wrong because they are disturbing the peace of the world and they are really creating an economic crisis. To repair which it may take decades again. But at the farther distance, it is Ishvara Leela. Without his permission, things cannot happen. And yet again, when you again come back to the practical level, still again it is wrong and it is right. You can see that place of the egos only there. It's only egos fighting there. And that ego being so big, it is fighting big way. You know. Now who will say, I will stop the war now? Who will say either of them? America, Israel cannot say. But they have to say because their weaponry is getting exhausted. But अपना ego है उनको. So then they'll go for all out reach like Israel especially. It's only a survival fighting only unka. All out they go. Gaza they attack, Palestine they attack, then Iran they are attacking. कर क्या रहे वो लोग? They cannot stop, sir. The other fellows, they are such a fanatics. Their whole education only like that. Only we should survive, destroy others. Now, they cannot be stopped. They will try to prepare the atom bombs or nuclear things and they will use them also. विचित्र है ये दुनिया में चलता ही रहता है. And that's why outside praying for the universal peace, outside praying for the wisdom to prevail in everyone, inside ourselves acting wisely, inside ourselves doing our spiritual sadhana, all these knowingly living is called full life. A complete full life में कुछ भी excluded नहीं होता है. All included. At the same time, one rises above all. Underline this point. Rising above is possible only when one is aiming at the Adhisthana Brahma. So here, Is there anybody who can be the manager of the world other than him? That's question. Na anyaha hetur vidyate ishanaya. A very powerful thought. 5-10 minutes. We'll discuss tomorrow and jump into the next mantra, Yo Brahmana Vidadhati, one of the most beautiful mantras. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Join for Gita now. Purnamada Shrutimatre Tatsat Brahma.